Hey T Squad, it's me, Keisha. I'm finally back. So sorry I was gone for so long. If you follow me on Patreon, I did a whole video detailing everything that has been going on since you guys last saw me. So if you want to know, click the link down below in the description box and join my Patreon. But I am going to be catching up on all of the videos that I have missed since I've been gone. So do not worry. You will be getting your reviews for all of the shows that I have missed. So right now we're going to get into Belle Collective season 6 episode 5. So in episode 5, Kerri gets the girls together to eat crawfish. I've only had crawfish. I remember the first time I had crawfish was when I was in junior high. And it was in a class that we had took where we had to like kind of like dissect them or something. And then we got to eat them. But they were good. I enjoyed them. Plus I've had them since then. But yeah. But anywho, Tisha's never had crawfish. Kerri says that where she's from, they eat them with Miracle Whip. I love Miracle Whip. When I was a little girl, I used to eat Miracle Whip sandwiches. I'd get me a slice of Wonder Bread, slather some Miracle Whip on it, and baby would go sit outside on my grandmama porch and chow down. I used to love me a Miracle Whip sandwich, okay? But Miracle Whip with crawfish, I have never heard of that type of sorcery ever before in my life. Y'all tell me, is that a thing for real, or just a Kerri thing? But Marie was disgusted. Marie was like, I'm not eating this mess, okay? Kerri, however, did not invite Latrice or Tamara to their little picnic outdoors. Selena says that she talked to Latrice and that Latrice told her that she didn't feel like it was her place to tell Lateshia about Glenn and Mandy because she didn't want to be in the middle, which we all know is a crock of shit. Okay, she enjoyed every second of this, and like we've been stating since episode 1 of this season, this was her payback to Lateshia. Kerri is going to take the girls to the Gulf Coast to kick off Lateshia's brunch series that she's bringing back, her brunch tour, and she's going to hold it at Kerri's new restaurant. So this will be the girls' cash trip and everything. I really hate that Belle Collective only gets 8 episodes. 8 episodes and then it's over. Like, it's so stupid. I hate the way they do it. But Tamara shows up to work finally. Yeah, because she wasn't in episode 3 nor 4, I don't believe. And if she was, I think she was in episode 3 for maybe one brief second. But she finally decided to clock in to work, right? And she's at home with her baby, who is still not in daycare because she wants to keep her close. Tamara, don't nobody want that baby with you. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Don't nobody want little Bill but you, okay? Ain't nobody thinking about that baby. Send that baby on to somebody daycare, child. Damon comes home tired from work because he is working 2 jobs, okay? And she feels like he's working towards something a la a ring, probably. But she wants to know where his finances stay because every time she brings it up, he like deflects. He doesn't want to talk about it for real. And he was like, basically, have you ever gone without anything? And she was like, no. And he's like, exactly. So like, you have nothing to worry about. But I agree with Tamara on this one. Like, if we're going to move forward as a couple and potentially get married, I need to know where your finances stand, sir, because I'm not marrying nobody in heavy debt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you got going on, and you're not about to put that off on me. Okay. So if that is the case, how about we come up with a plan to fix it? You know, instead of you being shame or feeling like you the man, you don't need to know. As long as I take care of you, we fine. Like, no. And she goes on to tell him, like, I got my shit together. Like, I already had a fund for my future child before I even had one. and everything. So it is kind of weird to me that he isn't being forthcoming about his finances. That's a red flag for me. But that little girl looked just like him. He couldn't deny that baby if he tried, okay? So Latrice is at the crib packing for the trip and talks to Cliff. And Cliff says that he has not talked to Glenn since the incident because Glenn is upset about everything and feels like that Cliff didn't have his back and he wouldn't have let that go down if it was reversed. So he says that he's going to stay at the condo while she's gone on the trip. And she says that she needs him home when she gets back. Okay. But apparently on the season finale episode, that is not the case. He still is staying at the condo, which is a problem. But it's a problem, but it's a problem that's not going to get fixed because Cliff does not take Latrice seriously. He constantly disrespects her, negates her feelings, basically waves her off because he know he can come and go and do as he please, and she ain't going nowhere. So it don't matter how much she twitch and fix her hair and all of that, it ain't gonna change not a damn thing that Cliff got going on. So the girls gather at the parking lot for the Sprinter van, and Tisha speaks to Latrice. I was very shocked. She was very, hey, how you doing? Gave her a hug. She better than me because she wouldn't have got that, okay? Tisha says that she's tired of people playing in her face. And she says this in front of Latrice, who just kind of like sit there knowing that that was a little shot at her, right? But she doesn't say anything. And I'm like, yeah, you tired of people playing in your face, but you should be tired of looking at your face in the mirror, knowing that you allow people to play in your face. Like, your face should be the one that you're sick and tired of looking at because it's always a face of disappointment. Okay? So they get to the house and the girls are super excited because they like what they see. It's really nice or whatever. It's by the beach and all of that good stuff. But when they get inside, they learn that it's only 4 bedrooms. And so 2 people are going to have to share a room apiece. That would have irked me too. I've said this numerous times on this channel. When I vacation, I do not want to be in a room with somebody else. Okay? If I got to pay for my own accommodations, I will do that just so I can have my own space because I like to do things my way, have my things situated in my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them people that go on vacation and just throwing stuff everywhere all willy-nilly. I like to have my stuff organized. The room is clean. You know what I'm saying? When I do my makeup, when I'm getting ready, I have my routine. I want to listen to my music. I don't want to be having to wait on somebody to get out the bathroom or to do this, do that. No. And then most definitely sleeping in the bed with somebody, you gotta hear them snoring and all of that mess. Nah, I'm all right. So that would have bothered me too. But the girls went along with it. Kerri assigns rooms by the ladies' ages though. So Latrice and Tisha have to share because they're 2 of the youngest. And we already know they not really vibing with each other, so it's kind of really awkward that they have to end up sharing the room. But Lateshia is like, I'm just gonna bunk in the room with Marie. She does not want to be in a room with Latrice. But if I'm you and y'all going through what y'all going through, I'm gonna sleep in that room to make her motherfucking uncomfortable. Okay, you wanted to make me uncomfortable in your house by, you know what I'm saying, blindsiding me. I'll make you uncomfortable this whole time on this trip because I'm gonna ignore the fuck out your ass, not talk to you for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make you uncomfortable where you gotta tiptoe around me. I wouldn't have left that room for shit. Nah, bitch. No. So at dinner, Tisha confronts Latrice and says that she lied to her because she knew that Amanda was going to do that, which she did. But Latrice denies it and says, I felt like you felt like this was a setup, but what reason would I have to do that to you? You had every reason to do that to her. And I don't understand why Lateshia didn't call that out. Like, you had every reason in the world to do that to me. So Tisha says, that's what I was thinking. I felt that it was an ambush. You said your friend, somebody you sit in their chair all the time, and you knew, and you told me after, yeah, she threw that out there, but I didn't think nothing of it, and da 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 da. Latrice's mouth get to twitching, child, and she looking at Tamara across the table, who is just sitting there looking like she did at a tennis match or whatever. And Latrice in her confessional was like, I'm not the only one that knew about the DMs. Tamara also knew about the DMs, so why am I getting all the heat? Tamara, girl, come on and throw me some water or something. Like, she keep on trying to lump Tamara into the equation, which makes me think that you not only set up Lateshia, but I feel like you set up Tamara too. So you could not have all the blame on you. Like, I found out, and then it was relayed to Tamara, and Tamara didn't come tell you neither. So why you just mad at me? I feel like she set you up, Tamara. I really feel like they used you as bait. That's what it's starting to look like to me. Very much so. But at the end of the day, Miss Mama, you still knew before Tamara. And we all know that you knew before y'all started filming. You been knew about this, girl. So stop with the semantic of it all. But of course, Tamara's sitting there on mute because Tamara feels like, yeah, I knew, but I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Like, that's your business. Like, I ain't getting involved in it. So Latrice says, I can go back and be like, Lateshia crossed me. And no, Latrice says, I can go back and like, Lateshia crossed me here. Can you say Treese crossed me? And Lateshia was like, when I go back and start thinking about things like when the girl Antoinette came and now your hairdresser came. And yeah, she set you up last season with bringing Antoinette on to the show. Very much so. And I would have, instead of saying the way she said it, she should have said, when you brought Antoinette last season to ambush me. Yeah. So, yeah, you have. So, anything else? So, Lateshia says, Latrice says, no. I'm sorry. Kyrie just came in the door. Tamara was like, I don't think that she knew she was going to do that. And Latrice was like, I'm not going to bring that type of drama to my house. You most definitely would, because it's a controlled environment and you could control how everything plays out. It was the perfect place for you to do that. So, like, stop. So Lateshia says those questions were aimed to target me. I didn't even know that was coming. So it's like you playing in my face. And Latrice gave her the gag of the century, honey, and said, listen, don't say I'm playing in your face or whatever, because if I'm playing in your face, then that means your husband is playing in your face. And I was like, Lateshia, just go ahead and pick your face up off the floor, because she got you there. Because Lateshia was like, all of y'all played in my face. And Lateshia was like, no, it ain't no all y'all played in your face. I'm not in the equation. Well, yeah, you are in the equation, but at the end of the day, the person that you need to be upset with the most is Glendale, ma'am. Glendale. Because if he wasn't out here doing the things that he was doing, then nobody would even have the opportunity to play in your face. And this is coming from the same man who has cheated on you numerous times in the past, to the point where you went around for years thinking that he had another baby out there. So, like, come on, girl, please stop. We seen you have more smoke for Latrice than him. So, Lateshia says, but you're my friend and we could talk about anything else, which I agree. I agree 1000% with that. Don't sit up on the phone with me and laugh and kiki and talk about this, that, and the third, but then don't come to me when it's something detrimental that affects my life, right? So Latrice was like, I'm both of y'all friend. And Marie was like, I will tell you right now. I was like, man, Treese knew about them questions. That's her hoe. And Latrice was like, no, I did not. And I'm like, okay, girl. So Lateshia asks Latrice, has she ever seen Glenn do anything inappropriate? And she hesitates. And then it's left basically on a to be continued. And we already know that the answer to that question is 1000% yes, ma'am, I have, right? Just the way she even went about answering the question with the and like you've already said what it was without even saying it, girl. Like, please stop. But as far as that episode goes, I'm gonna give it. It was all right. It was a C+ for me. It didn't get a B or an A score for me because I just wish that I understand Lateshia was trying to handle her with care because she didn't really want to all out go at it with her, which I don't understand why not. Because she don't give a fuck about your feelings, so I don't understand why you trying to handle her with kid gloves, trying to salvage or hold on to whatever semblance of a friendship that you thought that y'all had. Like, at this point, the gloves is off. And I really wish that she would have just like stood on business and said how she felt and pointed stuff out to Latrice. Because Latrice is going to deny, deflect, twitch, tick, tick, tick. That's all she's going to do, right? So I just wish that she was more forthcoming with how she really felt about everything. And yeah, Latrice continues to be full of shit. That's that. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. It was episode 5. Let's talk about it down below in the description box, you guys. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you, T Squad, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.